Hi, good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 26th of March. I would like to keep on meditating with you in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 3 and 4. Let's read together. We put no stumbling block in anyone's path so that our ministry will not be discredited. Rather, as servants of God, we commend ourselves in every way in great endurance in troubles, hardships, and distresses. In this text, the word I'm being using since the last meditation is being translated as endurance, and that's the patience. And patience is endurance. I was saying on the last meditation that I'm guiding people in the way of St. James, in St. James's way, here in northern Spain. Every year we walk for a week, 10 hours a day sometimes, 9 hours a day. And in order to do that, we have a group that are walking here in France, and even sometimes we cross the border because we don't live far from Spain. We can see Spain from our village. So why do we do that? We do that so people be prepared to walk. If you wanted to do the marathon of Paris, you're not going to decide overnight and then go to Paris to walk. No, you have to train. And that's what Paul is talking about. The word he uses, which is patience, is endurance. Luke is going to write using what Jesus was saying in Luke chapter 8, verse 15. He's going to use the same word, but the seed on good soil stands for those with a noble and good heart who hear the word, retain it, and by persevering produce a crop. Jesus is here telling what we call the parable of the seed. Is this seed, or the person who is sowing the seed, this seed is very good, but if it falls along the way, it's not going to produce anything because the birds are going to eat the seed. There are 4 types of soils in this parable, and the only one that is going to produce a fruit is the one that is called the good soil. It is those people who have a noble and good heart and hear the word, retain it, and then they produce a fruit. Some people, they want to follow Jesus for maybe 2-3 years, and then they decided to do something else. They're not persevering. It shows that they are not disciples of Christ. They're not saved. Because in the other soils, like the second and third soil, the plant grew, but it didn't produce anything because the soil was not good. God has prepared our hearts, so we are going to receive his seed, we are going to accept it, and the fruit will appear. And it will be a fruit with endurance, with perseverance. Another text that in Luke as well, where the word endurance is used, the same one from 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4, is Luke chapter 21, verse 19. Stand firm and you will win life. Stand firm. You see, it's the translation from the same word that we saw in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4, which is translated there for endurance and then patience, and here is translated as standing firm. Where this text comes from? It comes from Luke chapter 21, as I said, where Jesus is talking about the temple. Maybe they're making some selfies in front of the temple in Jerusalem. It was an amazing building. They are taking pictures. There are tourists from all over. People are went there to see the building. And Jesus is going to tell his disciples that one day there won't be any stone standing in that temple. And they are going to ask, when is it going to happen? We know when it happened. It was in 70 when the Romans destroyed Jerusalem. So it was actually about 40 years after Jesus had said that. But before all this, they will seize you and persecute you. They will hand you over to synagogues and put you in prison, and you will be brought before kings and governors, and all on account of my name. And so you will bear testimony to me. But make up your mind not to worry beforehand how you will defend yourselves, for I will give you words. I will give you. That's the key here, isn't it, for perseverance? Jesus has given us the word. Jesus has preparing us for that. And he says in verse 16, you will be betrayed even by parents, brothers, sisters, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. Everyone will hate you because of me, but not a hair of your head will perish. Stand firm, and you will win life or salvation. You will be saved when you persevere. And Jesus is telling us today that he is going to give us the word we need when we are persecuted. He is going to be with us. He promised at the end of his ministry here that he was going to be with his disciples. We can persevere. We can stand firm to the end because Jesus is with us. God bless you.